Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dani and welcome to a new video. So today we are back recording some fragrance content and we are going to discuss some of my favorite fragrances to wear for the winter season. If you're familiar with my content, then you know that there's only a few fragrances that I wear year round. The rest I typically like to wear during specific seasons because they're just more appreciated during specific seasons and I like to let them shine when they get the ability to. So I have a pretty good list of 5 fragrances that I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. So if you guys are interested in getting to know more, then get cozy and keep on watching. Okay y'all, so as always, these lists are never in any particular order, but with the first fragrance, I'm definitely gonna come out of the gate swinging because this one is a fan favorite amongst all genders, okay? And of course, the showstopper can only be Cameroonian Angel Share. I've raved about this fragrance for years now, and the reason that it is so perfect for the winter season, specifically in colder climates, is because of the scent that it gives off. To me, the best way to describe this to like a human who hasn't smelled this is if you take Pepsi, you take it to a luxury perfume department, you ask them to kind of zhuzh it up, make it real fancy, make it real nice, make it real marketable to the everyday person. This is exactly what you'll get. And saying that it smells like Pepsi probably doesn't sound the most enticing, but honestly, if I read off the notes in the fragrance, you'll probably get more of an understanding of exactly what I'm talking about. So of course, this fragrance is in the warm and spicy family, and the key notes are cognac, tonka bean, and oak wood. That's why this fragrance smells great on all genders. It's a unisex fragrance. You can wear it, your man can wear it, y'all can share it, but it really is a showstopper. When you wear it, you take up so much space, but in the most pleasant way. I will say that this fragrance is not for everybody, but if it's for you, it's 100% for you. And I love that because having a fragrance that you naturally gravitate towards and that you know exactly when and where to wear it to, and people can almost start to identify you by smelling this fragrance, I think that's 100% of a compliment. Like, the amount of compliments I get on this fragrance alone is insane, but I'm very careful about where I wear it to because I know that it might not be pleasing to every single person. So even in the winter, I typically will stick to wearing this more so in the evening. So like at a dinner parties, just like a night out, I think that the smell lingers so beautifully. This is one of those that you don't need too many sprays. I feel like we're in an era where the girls like to spray, you know, 10, 15 sprays, and honestly, me personally, that's not me, okay? This, if you get about 3 to 4 sprays, you are good. As long as you're putting it in the proper areas, on your décolletage, on your wrists, maybe on your ankle, behind your knees, essentially on the proper points of your body, you don't need too much of this. You might spray it on today, but it'll still linger on your clothes for weeks to come. And also for the price point, I definitely recommend that you tread a little bit lightly because a little bit goes a long way, but as you can see, I haven't really even made too much of a dent into mine, and I've had it for, I think, going on about 3 years now. So just a really lovely fragrance altogether. It's a fan favorite amongst everyone. Highly recommend it if you haven't tried it out, despite the hype. If you haven't tried it out yet, definitely make sure to try this out because it's genuinely a showstopper and it smells divine. The next fragrance on my list is 100% appropriate for the season. It's literally due to the name, like this combination just makes sense, you know? And the fragrance I'm talking about is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. If you're like me, you know that these 2 notes together just scream heaven to you in the perfect way. This is also, of course, in the warm and spicy family. And the key notes are tobacco leaf, vanilla, and ginger. I will say that this is a little bit more masculine presenting, so it is heavier on the tobacco side and on the vanilla side. So for me, I definitely still would wear this during the day, like in the fall winter seasons, but this is one of those that I might sweeten up just a little bit with like a little bit more vanilla or just something a little bit more warm and sweet. This fragrance is amazing for layering. Even if you want to add this to your Cameroonian Angel Share, that's a great combination because Cameroonian Angel Share is like nice and sweet also. So if you want to make it a little bit more sultry, a little bit more masculine per se, adding this to it is like an amazing combination. But I love this fragrance because it's just so rich and fragrant. It's also one of those fragrances that is not for everybody, but I think if it's for you, especially if it matches like your vibe and where you're going, it'll be adequately appreciated. So definitely one of my favorites for the season. Had this in my collection once again for a few years now as well. I do wear it very sparingly, but every time that I open the bottle and I spray it, I'm reminded again as to why it's in my collection and why it's not going anywhere. A lot of mixed reviews about this, but I genuinely love this fragrance, and I think that if you love a good warm and spicy fragrance, you love that tobacco and vanilla flavor, but a little bit more on the tobacco side, then this is for you. And it's also definitely gender neutral. So definitely one for you to share with your partner. This next fragrance I'm actually dying to talk about because it is my new baby. I got it for graduation and honestly I am so in love. absolutely in love with this one. This one is called Attrape Rêve by Louis Vuitton, and honestly, this is, I would say, the quintessential day-to-day fragrance. This smells absolutely divine in every single way possible. It's something I didn't know I needed until I had it, and now that I have it, I'm like, how have I lived my life this long without it? Because at the core, I am a warm florals lover. I love warm florals. To me, it flatters every single woman because it's the perfect balance of sweet but also musky. And this fragrance right here, despite the amount of warm floral fragrances that I have in my collection, this one still manages to stand out, still manages to like almost rise to the top with ease, and it's sensational. So the keynotes in this are a few different ingredients. There's cocoa, piña cord, lychee, patchouli, Turkish rose, ginger, and bergamot. Does that not sound like the perfect combination for just like a woman? I'm at a loss for words. It smells so good, and I cannot wait to do a proper review of the fragrance on my channel. I'm very much looking forward to that after I wear it a little bit more, so I can give you guys a little bit more feedback on its longevity, things like that. I cannot wait for that, but I also can't wait to like take this to different countries and different experiences and just see where I enjoy wearing it the most. Will it be on vacation? Will it be to a corporate office? Will it be for events? Like, I'm just excited to kind of wear this around and see like how it's received. But if you're into fragrances, niche fragrances, it's a pretty well-known fragrance, but to me it's new, so I'm really excited to just experience it for the first time in these different spaces. But 100% recommend that if you love warm florals, if you love all of the keynotes that I mentioned, it's something that you have to try out if you're in the market for a new fragrance. It's sensational. That's the best way I can put it. 10 out of 10. The next fragrance on my list is one of my favorites, especially for layering, and that is the MFK Oud Satin Mood Perfume Oil. I feel like I've mentioned this so many times before, but I'm one of those girls that I don't want to pay too much for the fragrance at the moment. And when it comes to MFK, I'm going to buy the perfume oil every single time because it smells almost identical to the actual perfume, but you're able to pay a third of the price. Love this fragrance, can't rip about it enough. It's a very rich and endearing fragrance. Once again, it's one of those that's unisex, so all genders can wear it. I don't know if it smells better on a woman or on a man. I think it just smells good on everyone. And the keynotes in this are violet, oud, rose, and vanilla, but it's one of those that you have to smell in order to really understand its value. It just smells so rich and luxurious, like just outstanding in that way. And because this is a perfume oil, I love to layer it to kind of make my perfect combination. I love to mix this with just like a nice rich vanilla fragrance. It's kind of like my favorite to make it a little bit more warm and inviting. I also love to mix this with Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy. Those two together, like, it smells absolutely insane. Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy is also one of my favorites. I didn't want to include it in this video because I felt like I talk about that fragrance so much, because that fragrance is like my everyday 365 day to day. I could wear this morning to evening, doesn't matter where. That fragrance is gonna make me smell divine. But mixing it with this one, it's just an amazing combination, and I highly recommend that you try this out. If you have the budget for the full perfume, go ahead, girl, spend your coin. But if you just want something that smells great and can hold you down for the moment and you can kind of make your own concoction with, highly recommend that you try this perfume oil out, specifically in the Oud Satin Mood fragrance. It smells so good, and I know that you'll love it. So last but absolutely not least on this list, this is just like an OG, a go-to favorite. It's been talked about so much. Some people love it, some people hate it now, but as for me, it's not going anywhere. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is YSL Libre, and this is the intense version. And I don't know what to say about this fragrance that hasn't already been said, other than the fact that this just smells like wealth. This smells rich, this smells good. This lasts long. It's really, really great for events. It projects beautifully, and I don't know why people have any complaints about this. For the longest time, this was my favorite fragrance. The keynotes in this are lavender, orange blossom, orchid, and warm vanilla. Honestly, that sounds like a dream, and this is why this will always be in my collection. When this runs out, I'll always buy more. If I find out that they're going to discontinue this fragrance, I promise you, I will be the one who clears out all the stores. I want to always have this fragrance in my collection, no matter how old I am. I want my daughter to be able to smell this. This is how much I love it, and I believe and I adore this fragrance. I haven't worn it all season, and I can't believe that about myself because it just smells so good. It's one of those that might get kicked to the back of your collection, but as soon as you smell it again, you just remember exactly why she was supreme at one point. Like, that's it's everything. So highly recommend this fragrance. Of course, like I said, most people already know about it, but in the event that you haven't tried this out yet, 100% try it out. A winter classic, an event classic. It's just too many compliments have been given with this fragrance. So it's just really up there, and I cannot rave about it enough, genuinely. So with that being said, that is all for my favorite fragrances for the winter season. I genuinely hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and definitely check out the rest of the videos on my channel. You guys so much for watching once again, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.